Good evening, RPG Limit Break. We have our second week of qualifiers for our winter tournament. I am Odron, and I'm in the booth here with Cat Dad.
Evening, everyone.
Looks like everyone's already gotten their parties set up. Do you want to go through the blessings, Cat Dad?
Sure. For our fighter today, we have a plus 10 MDef and a plus 10 to hit. Thieves get improved cat claw and resistance.
Fire, poison, and status.
Okay, I was trying to figure out what the abbreviations meant. Black belts, even though they're Fists of Fury there, they have plus legendary swords and clean magic. Red mages get teleport magic and plus 40 hit points, so they'll be a little bit beefier. White mages get plus 2 heal 2 and resistance to fire and thunder. And I think that's
time, I think?
Time? Okay. And the black mage gets hurt undead and plus 2 MDef per level.
I mean, those are some pretty interesting blessings they have to choose from. And Chanigan is going crazy and going solo thief.
Ninjas like to work alone.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Maddie, who's our restreamer today, and our trackers Ravioli and Socket. Without them, none of this could have happened, so appreciate them stepping up and doing this.
Yes, their help is much appreciated because without them, we would sound like we don't know what we're doing.
I think we have a little over 3 minutes until the gate drops. These seeds are all loose. It's amazing. All the key item turn-ins are going to be endgame gear. Let's see. What else crazy is going on in these flags that comes to mind? Anything you can think of, Cat Dad?
Not really. I mean, the loose is what makes it interesting because you're forced to become a loot goblin and check every chest that you come across. I know a lot of our runners pride themselves on being able to go fast, but having to stop and look for chests to fill out their endgame gear, that could be time consuming.
Yeah, that's why the thief is such a great asset in these flags, even with the 16% unrunnable chance.
Yeah, so I mean, for them, losing the time from having to check all the chests, being able to get in and out of battles quickly and avoid unnecessary battles are going to be a big advantage.
I do apologize, I have a toddler demanding a drink. I'll be right back.
Alright, so we got Kumo, who's running a Thief, Red Mage, and White Mage. Chanigan is going all out with a Solo Thief. We got Jay Scheidel running Thief, Fighter, White Mage, Black Mage. And we got Ale running a Thief, Black Belt, Red Mage, and Black Mage.
That's a spicy choice, but you know, with that black belt being able to swing those legendary swords, it's almost like a fighter? Almost?
Yeah, but I mean, the general rule of thumb is to get them up to where they're getting 7 or 8 hits. Whatever they punch, they usually destroy.
Yeah, I mean, if they find an early, like, X-Cal +5, throw it onto that black belt, and can get to, like, the Agama tile, or the Eye tile, or even the desert if they have a short encounter, they can grind it up pretty quick after getting some shards.
is it built into the randomizer for chaos to run from a fight?
It's a very small chance that it can happen, and I think you have to cast Expert on Chaos to be able to land Fear to reduce the threshold and have a level 50 character. I might be wrong about the level 50 part, but you have to transfer to get rid of Chaos's resistance and then cast Fear at least.
Alright, and it looks like we are off.
Let's see what we got for magic.
Oh, level 1 life 2 and level 1 wall under white.
Very nice. There's a Rapier plus 5 for 3 gold for sale.
And black magic's got Quake and Brack.
Ooh, they also have a Wood Armor plus 5 for sale, or plus 6.
That's some pretty hefty starting armor.
It is. Looks like Chanigan's trying to get a quick level with that solo thief.
Yeah, Ale already battling, making his way around the open chest there in the top of Toefers.
Al with that light axe, either a good weapon for the fighter or free harm 2s on that white mage.
Now, does the improved harm undead for the black mage, will that also help with that, or does it still make
It's
it a
only for the
target?
white mage. So the white mage can use it and hit everything. If any other character uses it, it only affects the undead. It was FFR's way of trying to make the white mage a little better. A little more versatile.
We try to add a little bit of spice. If not, you know, all the white mages is a walking band-aid.
Ooh, there's a canoe off the princess. And there was a canal in top left of Tove.
Well, that's a 2,000-year-old canoe. Hopefully it'll still float.
I don't believe I saw a bridge, so they're gonna have to go over towards the dwarves.
Well, that is the randomizer telling our runners that this is the direction you're going in. Houses are slightly discounted. They're at $24.46 instead of the vanilla 3,000.
That's still pretty bad, though. I like my houses to roll down to like 800 or 900.
Oh, it's always nice to have those cheap houses because, I mean, using it out on the overworld, you're able to get all your magic back and refill everyone to full.
Well, looks like that silver knife from the king is going to be used by Ale. Probably for about 10 minutes until he finds something better.
Honestly, if you're down to having your black mage meleeing, you've made some poor life decisions.
I think he put it on his thief, just so the thief had something to do.
And we have a slab pickup in the dwarf cave on J Shadell's side.
Yes, Socket Chanigan is running solo thief. He is a mad lad. Everyone's just making their way up. Ale's going straight to Elfland instead of Marsh Cave.
He's probably wanting to go check out level 3 magic to see if he can gain some sort of transport spell to help make those marsh/ice cave dives a little bit more palatable.
I mean, he has that red mage with the telemagic, so he has 2 charges of either exit or warp.
Yeah, but if that red mage goes down...
Ooh, level 3 nuke.
That's a sight for sore eyes right there.
Level 3 exit, but that's white mage only.
Yep, and seems to be the only decent spell. White 4, it's got Gear 4.
Gear 4 is an amazing spell to have.
And black, level 4 magic's got Ice 3, another decent sweeper.
Yeah, I'd like to take Ice 3 even if I have Nuke, because it's great on water elementals. Has a chance to roll over 400 damage against them.
There's some Iron plus 3 armor there in the Elfland Armorer shop.
I mean, it could be nice for the fighter, but I don't think I would spend the time to buy it and equip it.
Chances are you're going to find something in a chest, because you're already having to open a bunch of chests because everything's being loose.
Yeah.
And we got a crystal pickup in the Marsh Cave.
Oh wow, I didn't even notice Kumo go to Marsh.
It's the joys of having a thief. They're quick.
And Chanigan's already at Crescent Lake.
Ooh, there's werewolves with stare.
That's no fun.
Oh, it's no fun for them. For us, well, it's totally different.
Ooh,
And a rod hookup.
They just need a ship and a canal, and they can go see how terrible Lich's gonna be this seed.
Well, speed bump's gonna do speed bump things.
The old men had a bottle.
Well, what do you expect to have a group of old men circling in the woods to have?
I'm just surprised it's not an empty bottle.
Wow, Marsh Cave has the goods today. There's an adamant pickup there on Kumo's side.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't really afford to skip Marsh normally in these flags.
So he's heading down to Elfland, but I imagine he's going to be revisiting Dwarf Cave here pretty soon.
I mean, the adamant will turn into an endgame gear piece, so unless he had a very high need of it right now, I would assume he'd hold off until later for it.
Now, for the important items, is the traditional flag on that allows for increased experience?
Increased experience is based on shard count.
Okay, so it's not item based like in other types of races.
Correct. It's shard count or orbs lit, if I remember correctly. So every 8 shards or every orb lit will increase their experience. If someone corrects me, I will not take any offense. That's just what I remember from running these flags.
That's the great thing about the community and the chat that we have. If we do make a mistake, they are pretty sure to point it out to us.
And again, doing a spicy early volcano.
And Kumo's heading in that direction as well.
You just have to remember, if Chanigan's running that solo thief, there's going to be a lot of running and a lot of resetting on his side.
I imagine the theme song for that thief is going to be Staying Alive.
According to Sokka, arachnids for stoning people. That's rude.
Ooh, and the ruby pickup by Chanigan in the treasury there in Volcano.
Oh man, he might be skipping the one that's blocked by the trap tile. Yep. Hopefully that wasn't important.
It's kind of a calculated risk because the shards can end up in any chest, but also, you know,
Those unrunnable large packs of muck are just his bane right now.
well, luckily they're swinging wildly and most of them are missing.
thieves do have high agility in these flags, which makes them very good dodge tanks, but they still have that lower HP pool normally, so you have to be careful. Wait, someone lit an orb? Orb LT? You got me confused, Socket. I'm sorry. Oh, Dwarfsmith was the ribbon. Very nice. Oh, yeah. J Shadow has alternate guards on, so they're gonna be called something different. It's a fun percent flag that is allowed to be turned on. Just like some people will change the ruby to be like sandwiches or something else.
Well, I mean, how do you think that Titan feels like constantly just eating rubies? Sooner or later you want to have a good sandwich.
I mean, I just assume that the ruby is like a starburst.
That's what we all hope. And it looks like Chanigan's making his way around the hairpins to head over to that one chest that's got a trap tile. Thorhammer +1 picked up.
Ooh, nice free source of lightning too. NATO. Yeah, Chanigan's going the long way around to try and avoid the trap tiles, but found more mucks. Thankfully, they're weak to lightning.
That Thor hammer, that's free cast of it, so he's able to get out of that fight a little bit easier.
Oh, he wiped out and had to go back in. I didn't even notice that.
Opal Bracer +6.
Oof, Grey Worms are unrunnable.
Apparently they don't mind the thunder at all, because that Thorhammer is only putting out between 50 to 60 points of damage.
Yeah, they just like to absorb a lot of damage. And kill you.
It looks like Kumo just hit level 7 across the board there in the Volcano Armory.
That's not a bad place to be. Means he has caster 2 of that nuke, I believe, on the red mage.
Ooh, his white mage just went down. J Shadow is quickly putting that ribbon on his white mage.
Always protect your life casters. Until you get to chaos, and just throw that ribbon on whoever's going to do the most damage.
Yeah, I've noticed that the only mobs that really don't care about that protecting the life casters usually Kraken and Kraken 2.
Yeah, Kraken does have a particular appetite for anyone that can cast life.
He's just sitting there saying, "Oh, look, you got a ribbon. You think that's gonna help?"
Looks like Kuma went outside to save before doing deeper dive. Usually a good play. Crown and Oxyale at Matoya. Fun. It's a shame they don't have a bridge and they can't quickly go turn in that crown.
Well, they have to take the long way around.
Did anyone by chance see what Vicky gave them? Sorry, my little one is not being helpful right now.
Actually, have not seen a fight with Vicky.
Vicky was shard? Okay.
Okay. It happened so quick, and he went down quicker than a speed bump. And a key pickup by Kumo.
Ooh, that's very nice. I am going to have to leave you solo comms for a few minutes here. I need to go change the little one. Sorry about that.
It's understandable. Alright, we got Ale making his way down through Ice Cave. Chanigan and Kumo are still doing their Volcano dive. Shadell is heading up the circle of sages down there in Crescent Lake and getting their empty bottle with the fairy inside. And Hale is making his way down the drop-down tile and quickly using the warp trick to get back up to the top floor, and he picks up a haiku, which I believe is the loot variant. Got Chanigan and Kumo both fighting Grey Worms, and Kumo was able to kill off that one worm. And is rewarded with a Wizard +3 staff. Is making his way down to the 6-pack in Lower Ice Cave. He's picking up various items. There was a light +3 axe in there, and a little bit over 65,000 in gold. That'll help out with some of those later level spells. And we have the Agama on an Agama tile. I imagine Kumo and when Chanigan gets to that point, they will definitely make note of that, because that's one of the mobs that people like to level off of to get up their parties for endgame. And Jay Shidell is dealing with some mucks in Volcano. And Kumo is now level 9 across the board. Jay Shidell making his way through the hairpin, and TNT pickup in Lower Ice for Ale. And of course the eye on the eye tile, so that's another mob that the runners traditionally like to level off of. Oh, I did not realize that this is vanilla for the trap tiles. Thank you, Ravioli. Hale is making that canoe look like a speedboat, getting out of the ice area, and he may be making his way over towards the volcano now, and we'll have all 4 runners making dives into that particular area. It looks like Chanigan is on his way out to possibly heal up and save. And Jay Shadell is making his raid of the Volcano Armory. Looks like Chanigan has made his way out of Volcano and is trying to make his way back to civilization. I believe the only real benefit that Chanigan is getting is, even though he's running a solo thief, he's also gains those extra slots in the blank areas to hold gear. So he's actually able to maintain gear. He's just got to make sure he's got the proper loadout for the area he's going into, and he is in a fight with the pirates now. And he gets his shard from Mickey and makes his way down to check the item shop, and still no item there, but just general houses and other wares. Jay Shadow with his key pickup. And a bridge down in the middle levels of Volcano. And Kumo is checking out what's going to be behind the red dragon tile down on the carry floor. Kumo is most likely going to be our first runner to take a shot at lighting their first orb.
I think Kumo may just bail out. Yep. Don't want to risk losing all those items.
Okay, it's somewhere along the line. I don't know if it was in that Red Dragon chest or not, but he appears to have picked up the ruby, or in his case, the tomato.
I believe that was down in the armory? Yeah, carry kill would just be 2 shards, but it would also be experience bonus.
Oh, and there's also an herb pickup in Volcano.
They're just gonna be running all around the inner sea a few times. No big deal. I'm hoping that the ship is going to be in Key-Locked Marsh, because that'll probably be the last place people will look.
We still haven't seen what Astos has to hold, or the Elf Prince, so...
Those will be end game gear items. They won't have any key items on them. Any of the turn-in NPCs will just be gear. Or money, I believe, in these flags.
And it looks like Kumo is making a beeline over to the ice cave.
Oh, right, I forgot all about Ice Cave. It's either going to be a big brain play, or just going to feel bad.
Ice is required because that is the location of our loot item.
Oh! I completely missed that when I stepped away.
And there is a Flame Sword +4 at a Conaria locked.
That's pretty nice.
And Chanigan is making a trick of the locked chest on the first level.
Ooh, Jay Shaidel is solo leveling that fighter up.
Well, he's on the Agama tile, so that's usually really one of the preferred methods of leveling.
Probably wishes he had a little more shards under his belt, but it's still a decent amount of experience. Let's see, he's getting 3,500 a kill. fighter probably will not get any spell charges at this point.
Well, he just hit level 15 on that fighter, so he's now eligible if he were to promote to start gaining spell charges on that fighter.
Hannigan found himself a rune sword +4. That's going to be probably one of the best things he'll swing until he promotes.
I also saw a katana there. I believe it said +5.
Oh. That solo thief could work out. It might just be a rough Toefer.
He's gonna need all the help that he can get, so having an extra sharp sword is probably gonna be just what the doctor ordered.
I missed what Astos said he had, but we'll see it in a second here. Tail? Oh, yep, Hannigan definitely wants the tail from him, Astos. Just needs a boat to get out of the inner sea. Or a ship. Or airship. You know. Either works.
Yep, and there's the tail pickup from defeating Astos.
I don't know, Jay Scheidel is kind of scaring me with that solo fighter.
He's walking a fine line, but he should be approaching, or if anything, he's already surpassed the 400 hit point plateau, so he's able to shrug off quite a bit.
Yeah, he can take a nuke for sure, but what about a nuke then a nuclear?
Well, he's facing either a long walk out, or he's gonna end up heading down to face a Fiend 101.
Yeah, the Fiend option scares me more than walking out.
Well, higher risk, higher reward. It would give him a teleport out of the volcano, but it looks like he's heading upstairs.
He's gonna take the long walk. I don't blame him at all. Yes, the ninja can learn nuke. I don't think I saw fast temper or saber within the first 4 levels though.
I didn't either, so hopefully for the specialty mages, the red, white, and black, that they're level 5-ish.
Yeah, nuke at 3 and brack at 1 might be options. Ship an elf castle treasury? That's a pretty fun place to hide it.
Oh, and the elf prince had a Vorpal +4.
That would be nice for like the fighter against chaos, but I don't know. That katana +5, if you have a thief and you have someone that can cast fast on that thief, I think you're solid.
I mean, in my opinion, and I'm probably wrong, but there's only one weapon that's probably better than a katana +5.
Katana +6.
Masa.
Masa is an amazing weapon. I'm not going to say anything bad about it, but I still prefer the katana over the Masa. Against chaos, at least. Sorry, my little one found my old computer fans and was messing with them. Let's see, anything exciting happening? Everyone's just walking around going to their next locations, it looks like.
Well, we got Kumo checking out the level 2 magic in Volcano. Nothing really serious of note. We got Chanigan making his way down to lower Marsh, and he's actually in Marsh Lock right now, so we'll see if your wish comes true with the...
He didn't check that chest.
No,
he did the trap tile and then left.
Ooh, gaze and stare on the werewolf. werewolves.
Ooh.
The early game, those are the when I played even vanilla, I hated running into werewolves. Opal Bracer +4 from Matoya as well. We got Ale checking Toef now.
I believe there's a Sun Sword up in that top. Sun +5. Yeah.
Wow.
And reset out of it. Huh.
Yeah. That's a decent weapon for the fighter to have if you don't find anything else.
Useless +5? Nah, the Sun Sword's a very viable endgame sword. Oh, does Ale not have a fighter?
Believe not. He's fighter, black belt, white mage, red mage, black mage, I believe.
Oh, he's the thief black belt. That's right, he took black belt instead of fighter. And then red and black mages.
Ooh, he's got that +5 on the black belt for the katana.
Oh gosh. Katana, black belt. It's crazy. But yeah, that Sun Sword would have been a good option to put onto the red wizard. But I guess with level 3 nuke, you're not expecting to really be meleeing with that red wizard often.
As was stated earlier, if you're down to meleeing on your black mage, something went wrong somewhere.
Fade at 5, fast at 5, warp at 5. Oh, there's also heal 3 at 5, which is nice to have.
It's nice to have, but you want it kind of spaced out so you can dedicate the multiple charges to certain spells.
Yeah. And I'm excited to see them go out of the inner sea. Just see where they decide to go. If they go straight to Earth or if they go straight to promote.
I got a feeling Shanigan's going to be straight to promote.
That's always my play, just because why not do it early?
I believe he's approaching the level 15 area, so he should be, if he's not already at that point, he should be able to get those spell charges on his ninja.
Yeah, I mean, Nuke and Brack I think are the only real big ones for him. And Brack isn't even like that big of a choice. I guess Ice 3 at 4 could be a good pickup as well. Just a shame that the ninjas cap out at 4 charges.
4 charges of nuke is always nice to have.
It is.
And we got Ale making a earth dive.
Apparently didn't like what he saw in that bottom right room.
And Shanigan is on his way to go see Bahamut to get promoted.
I mean, Shanigan's Thief is looking pretty good. It has that opal on him. He has the katana +5. He has the ribbon.
He's also placing that Vorpal within reach.
I don't understand why he would even bother with it. I mean, he has the higher rolled katana. He's doing an ordeals dive? Oh man.
Well, take advantage of having the ship. It's a shorter trip to go there, using the river dock than having to go all the way over closer to the desert to walk there.
Yeah, it's just Ordeals does not have a high tendency to have anything useful in it.
Alright, so Odoron, what is your guess? 1 through 4, which pillar do you think it's going to be?
It's gonna be pillar 3 this time. What do you think?
Well, I believe he needs to get some cardio, so I'm always shooting for pillar 4.
Always feels bad on pillar 4, especially when you don't have warp charges.
Well, I usually go into any siege that I run thinking, alright, it's going to be the worst possible case scenario. I'm a guy that's glass half empty and not half full.
Well, 2 took them just right back to the same room. 3's going somewhere. Don't know if it's somewhere good, but right back to the start. Oh, you hate to see it.
It looks like we got pillar 4.
Yeah, I think you win this time. Oh, he's going back into 3 for something. I think for disappointment at this point.
I mean, maybe he's also trying to get some levels on that newly minted ninja.
Yeah, I mean, those Medusas are some decent experience. Oh, wait. He found a different path? It was pillar 3.
Oh, see? I wasn't getting my hopes up.
It just had that, either you choose the right way or you go back to the beginning path.
And we got Ale about to check the chest just outside of the vampire room, and he's gonna go see the rumble strip before he heads down to go see the speed bump.
Well, Shanigan got some shards and some levels out of Ordeals. I don't think I saw anything else in there, though.
Other than experience?
Yeah. Some shards, some experience, a good laugh.
I mean, when you run solo like that, when you win a fight, do you give yourself like a self-high five, or are you that awkward kid that gets picked last for dodgeball?
I think the thief just starts checking the pockets for more money.
That seems right. And we got Ale checking out Earth Armory now. Jay Sheidel's in the bottom of Marsh Cave now, or making his way down there. Shanigan is over on Onrak Continent, a place no one likes to go.
Ale's in Earth Armory, I think. Oh, he found the chime in there. That's a great pickup.
Well, that'll get him into the lower part of the Sky Temple.
Yeah, it'll get him into Mirage, first floor in the less than greater than room. So I think it's technically the greater than less than room?
I just think that's the Sky Warrior's way of putting things in quotation marks.
Our first fiend fight, I think?
It's a speed bump, so yeah, what resembles a fiend fight.
Hey, he could always roll vanilla Lich 2 script and throw a high roll nuke at them.
Yeah, but you've got 2 nuke casters and you got the black belt / murder hobo with a +5 katana. I'm willing to bet you he's looking for a hole to hide in.
Wait a second, Jay Sheidel's fighting a war mech.
Ah, early robot chicken.
Looks like it was in Earth somewhere? Bye-bye, White Mage. Out of nuke charges.
He also saw that that ribbon and said, yeah, does not compute. And there goes the fighter.
That's pretty much all of his damage gone.
And you remember that nightmare scenario where you're down to the black mage?
Down to nothing. Oh,
That
it
was
was...
no, he was that in Lower Marsh?
No, I think he just hadn't saved in a while.
Oh, so that hurts even more because you lost all that progress.
Yeah. He might have just went straight from Marsh to Earth, though, and just forgot to save outside of Earth. Oh, it was in Locked Marsh?
And we got Kumo making his way into the water temple.
Okay, that makes sense why Ale didn't actually check that chest then. Because before opening it, he noticed it was the Warmech chest and noped out.
Yeah, I understand how it is. You see that little red X and it's like, ooh, what's that? And yeah.
Sometimes just muscle memory. You get to the chest and you open it. You don't always look expecting Warmech to be in a random place.
Well, you wouldn't expect Warmech to be in Marsh Cave.
Kumo's in C. About to check TFC.
Yep, and we'll see if the Kraken, aka SpongeBob's best friend, is packing a punch today.
Oh man, he forgot that Ice 3 is better than Nuke against these guys. But still got him down, no issues.
And it looks like Shanigan is also in the water temple.
The same floor as Kumo. They're just walking hand in hand almost. Ale's hoping for a cube to be in less than greater than. And it was not.
Oh, that's the joys of having the transport magic on the red mage. You can get out of dodge quick and save your progress.
Yeah. There have been quite a few times where I have found cube in that less than greater than room, so I understand the dive in there without it.
Well, I am surprised that they dove water first and didn't go up and check the waterfall.
Well, going into C first is just because it's a higher chest density and they still need a lot of shards. So going in there first before waterfall, I understand. The robot might have a shard or end gear piece a gear. Ooh! You see what Kumo just got?
Yes, he found a floater under the sea.
The mermaids were hoarding the flying rock.
But how did they get it to stay underwater? It's trying to float.
That's what happens when you combine mermaid magic and dwarf magic together. It's a flying submarine at that point.
Yeah, but that are a bunch of short fish. Alright, so we got Harm 3 and Cure 3 in the White Magic shop in Onrak. And Kumo is making another water dive. I imagine he's going to be left-siding it here and heading down towards Sharknado and those other floors. Alright, so all 4 of our runners are in the water temple. Ale found himself the Whiz Mummy, Mummy, and Murder Bird pack. That could also be a decent leveling tile. Chanigan's making his way out of the mermaid area. It looks like he's heading back topside to save his progress. And it looks like Chanigan is making his way back down to the boat and possibly to go make that floater turn in to get his airship.
I mean, it's a pretty good play at this point, because you can quickly go check all those Cardia Isles. It's a lot of free chests, more or less.
We still have a shop item outstanding, and that could be over there in Gaia. I believe
Yeah?
it's down to Gaia at this point.
Did they check the desert store?
Not yet, but that is also a possibility as a stop for the airship, because you can literally land right there.
Yeah. Opening the bottle and the floater at the same time, good menuing strategy. Oh, Chanigan hasn't gone over to Sarda yet. What does the old man have? Money.
Money. He's in there Scrooge McDucking it.
It's the allowance he kept forgetting to give us.
And looks like we're getting a Titan turn in.
Nothing exciting in there.
Money
Quick
and
reset.
experience.
Where's Chanigan going now? Oh, he's going to translate the slab.
My guess is after here, he's going to make his way over to the northern continent to check Gaia and Lefane.
I don't know if he'll actually check Lefane. He has his katana, he has his ribbon, he has the Opal Cheerio. He doesn't really need any other endgame gear with that solo thief.
I mean, a solo thief with a +5 katana, that's close to being an I win button right there. And it looks like Ale is about to go and meet the giant squid there, Kraken.
That's gonna be a fun fight. Ooh, white shirt +6.
That's nice just for the cast on it.
Well, it's a great piece of armor, and then you can move that opal over to your red wizard or your thief if you wanted to.
Well, that Kraken took one look at that black belt and said, no soup for you.
Yeah, legendary sword, black belt. It sounds great. Doesn't always work in practice.
And we got Jay Scheidel with a Q pickup in the water temple on the shark. I believe that's the Sharknado floor.
That is the Sharknado floor. Crack on Kraken, I believe, is like 3 or 6% without expert.
Yeah, I think Kraken just showed that he really doesn't care for Brack Stretch at this time.
Yeah, he was just like, I punch you, then I punch you. It's kind of just like swatting flies. Ooh, that was a ruse stick from the fairy.
So with a ruse stick and a +5 white, +6 white shirt available out there, you should be able to get up to max dodging there.
I think the thief might might only need 2 casts to pretty much be maxed out on evasion. Of the bruise, that is.
And it looks like Ale just hit level 15 on his characters.
Once they go to Sky, they'll get some levels pretty quick.
I see the biggest danger in any Final Fantasy run is you get towards where you're getting towards the end game and you're having to pick and choose what exactly you want in your kit.
Oh
and
yeah.
Because there's so many choices.
Yeah. Weapon and or armor management gets real tricky and can slow you way down if you get too indecisive about it.
And we got Kumo with a Kraken fight. He also apparently got himself a power bomb.
I think that was fairly early. Let's see. It was the TNT turn-in. Got them the power bomb. So I think everyone should have it. Wait, no. Kumo and Ale are the only ones that have TNT, it looks like, according to our tracker's screen.
And Kumo went ahead and got himself some fish sticks for his battle there. And he has lit his water orb.
2 orbs done. Across our 4 runners on stream right now.
And Kumo, of course, went up and is now making his way through the waterfall cave. And Jay Shadow is fighting the big squid now as well.
Between that katana and whatever that fighter swing, I think he's going to have a decent shot, along with those evasion charges.
I believe the fighter, it looks like the fighter was swinging a sun sword, but I can't be sure.
I mean, I think that was the best option if he doesn't go to Lithane and find that X-Cal, or go back and get that Masa from the War Mech.
Or is that the Vorpal?
Vorpal, I believe, is blue, and it looked like it was an orangish sword he was swinging.
Yeah, that's why I initially thought was the sun sword, and of course Jay Shadow has killed the squid, and he's got his orb lit as well.
The robot had a copper bracelet -1.
That sounds like the zoink that you would get if you were watching Who Let's Make a Deal. Is that the Final Fantasy Randomizer equivalent of a participation trophy?
I think it might be the leftover gift bags that people can just grab off the ground.
That fits. And Kumo didn't go check the traveling merchant area there, so looks like he's
Chanigan did stop there, and it didn't have any key items for sale. So I think the sea might not have a item for sale.
We still haven't checked up at Gaia yet.
He went to Gaia. That's where he's got the roost stick. These flags do not guarantee a shop item, so there are times you won't have one.
Well, that would definitely make it random, wouldn't it?
Usually if there isn't a shop item, you'll see a double of an item show up in a shop. So I don't remember if I saw that or not. But I believe Chanigan has been to every item shop. It's going for cheeky Brack strats. And he got it.
Wow. Oh yeah, the 4-person party and the 3-person party were able to go switch to melee, but no, the solo ninja with the Brack straps.
Hannigan is just such a good player. He's keeping up with these other parties that had early nuke and other things, and I couldn't do it.
Alright, so we got Chanigan now diving Earth Cave, and we got Ale making his way over to the Fane.
He's going to see that X-Cal, probably want to keep it for his black belt. For that plus 60 damage, I think, per hit.
Are you gonna get, I mean, in terms of damage equivalent, is there really a legendary sword that you could put on that black belt that will outshine what he can do with his fists?
Once he gets to like 26 or above, no. I think 26 is one of the like damage breakpoints. I know 32 is a hit breakpoint. But he would have to find somewhere to grind that black belt up because, yeah, they're only 17.
We got Jay Shadow going over and getting the lower level magic for his Knight and Ninja.
Always a good option to stock up on those. Especially Life 2 on Knight. Gotta love it.
Yes, because any runner knows Toef will do Toef things.
Yeah. It'll make you think that everything's good and safe and then just wipe your party when you're not looking.
Well, Ale is making his way up and he is now in the Sky Temple.
Yeah, he's in shard hunt mode, and then he'll go. He might kill Tia. Haven't seen his shard count. I don't know if he needs more than 4.
Well, as a testament to our runners, these guys are so quick with their menuing, it's almost impossible to get a shard count.
Yeah. It's one of those things I still need to get faster with. I think I saw Kumo has 3 rows and needs 2 more. So I think there's 6 shards in a row? Is that right?
I believe so. I actually haven't run with these flags yet. I'm more of a casual runner, and I am constantly left in awe at the skill of a lot of our runners.
Yeah, I just have fun running against a lot of the faster people. It just gives me a little bit of motivation to try and make myself quick.
I mean, I'll be honest. I've played this game since it came out on the original NES, and honestly, because of the battery situation that came with the cartridge, the first time I ever beat Final Fantasy was in a randomizer race.
I actually learned all the like key item locations, chest locations, and everything from watching Final Fantasy randomizer tournaments for years before I finally picked up the randomizer myself.
Ale is making his way across the Bridge of Destiny.
Ooh.
And it looks like Tia left the fan on and he ran into a fight with a bunch of airs.
Yeah, he needs less than... I think he only needs 3 or 4 shards, so... After this Tia kill, he's going straight to... Oh, first turn Brack.
and he just hit 19 across the board. I do imagine he's gonna probably want another couple of levels.
He might just go promote so he can put that katana onto the thief. Huh. A little technical difficulties, maybe?
Yeah, that was a world record Toefers dive that we didn't get to see.
I'm checking. It doesn't look like he's finished yet, so I think there just might be a little issue with the stream. That Brack hit so hard, it broke his stream.
My guess is Chaos was watching. I don't know if they got CCTV in the air temple or not, but Chaos saw Tia go down real quick and said, "Nope, I'm retiring."
Looks like our wonderful restreamer Maddie has gotten things fixed up. And it looks like Ale is going to try to level up that black belt. He's running around in those fire tiles to get everyone low HP.
And with the double Agama tile there, it's going to be easy leveling for that black belt.
Of course, he got an ambush when he's trying to kill off his party members, though.
Do you think at this point it would be better to take the thief out of the first slot and maybe put the black mage up there?
I'd say the red mage, because the black mage, I think, has the second highest luck stat.
Okay, so, like, this is a normal thing that happens. Chanigan ran into a T-Rex. And the T-Rex did T-Rex things, and he quickly was not in that fight anymore. It looks like he's doing the walk and grind, and he's up in the desert.
Ale almost down to only that black belt left. Showing off that coral sword, and there it goes.
Well, that Agama showed that it really did not care about that coral sword.
It thought it was pretty and tried to bite it.
We got Chanigan checking out the Mirage 1 there to see what goodies he can pick up.
Yep, that black belt's already punching as hard as it was hitting with the katana.
Who needs a knife?
I wonder how high he plans to go. I would assume at least 32, if he's relying on the black belt to finish this off.
We got Jay Shied out in Lower Earth, and he's about to make his way down, I believe, to the Lich floor.
Yep, on the Lich floor there. Kumo getting his roost stick. Pause for slideshows. Alright, everything's back. We're doing great here.
And joining Chanigan in the air temple, we now have Kumo making his way into the Mirage Tower.
Yeah, he's also in the Shard and Go mode, I believe, and Mirage and Sky are the highest density place of chess you can go.
Isn't it something like between the two of them, close to half the chests, or like a third of the chests in the game are in those those two locations.
I think it is close to half of the chests are in Mirage/Sky, if I'm remembering correctly. It's kind of insane. I personally don't like the spider floor. There's just too much walking and too little chests in every room.
I just don't like spiders.
I don't think I've seen anything too nasty so far, so Toefer might be evil.
Well, with Warmech taking up residence in Lower Marsh, yeah.
Oh, there was a dragon armor in Sky 1.
And Kumo using a Legend of Zelda sprite set, so Zelda is now making her way up to the transport room from Mirage to go up into the Sky Temple.
Three of our runners in Mirage/Sky, and Ale just down there punching Agmas.
Oh, when you're clearing 12k per fight.
Yeah, it's not gonna take him long. He's
He's
already at 39.
Yeah.
He's going 42.
It may be time for Chaos to sign up for witness protection.
Ooh, he's hitting 1200 damage. 1300.
Chanigan just hit level 29, I believe. He found himself a couple metal slime tiles there in Sky.
Yeah, those metal slimes can be real nice if they go down to one nuke. Because he doesn't have a high supply of nuke charges, unfortunately. Yep. He hit 42, revived the Red Mage, realized Red Mage didn't have warp or exit charges, so now he's gonna have to walk out. Or go punch Carry.
Well, he looks like he's heading down to Carry. That Red Mage with his one hit point, I'm gonna laugh if he's able to make it through the fight with that one hit point.
I mean, if the black belt goes first, that's all that really matters.
Ooh, big hit there, but Carry does not stand a chance.
Carry did a big hit, black belt laughed and did a bigger hit. Good times.
And the Red Mage is like, I'm still here!
Looks like he's going straight to Toefer, taking the equipment off so that he gets his natural armor bonuses.
And at 1 hour and 8 minutes and change, we got our first diver into Toefer.
See how many unrunnables there are. There's a lot of them that could be an issue for Chanigan.
Jay Scheidel has pulled the big dragon there, Tiamat, and he's gonna fade and nuke it down.
Probably won't last too much longer. Looked like Wrong Eye was runnable.
Oh, that's usually a fight that I hate to have as a unrunnable.
Why not the Vorpal? The Katana's +5, Vorpal is +4? Is that what it was, or was it +6 and +5?
Vorpal was +4 and the Katana was +5.
So the Katana has a natural edge over Vorpal normally. I do know there is a following of Vorpal, If the Warple rolls high and the Katana rolls low, I will 100% use the Warple over the Katana, but I
Well,
don't know.
the second coming of the speed bump fight in Tofer was one and done real quick, and Ale is on his way down to the fire floor.
Yeah, he'll probably one-shot carry 2 as well. I think he has fast charges, so Kraken Tia 2, oh yeah, he has 4 fast charges. Unless slow 2 lands on that black belt somehow, he's just cruising through here. 2300 damage.
I imagine that team meeting after the first round of Fiend fights and Chaos is like, all right, I brought you all back. You're going to have to do better this time.
I mean, they travel to the past, right? So they don't even know what's coming to them.
It's true.
I don't know how the Fiends got weaker over time, but, you know, things happen, right?
Well, everything gets weaker with old age.
I don't know, tell that to a sage. And all their crazy magics.
Well, why do you think they're standing in a circle out in the forest with a fairy bottle?
They're powerful enough to just drink all day and not worry about the troubles of the world. The Athavian Chanigan truly did the solo thief.
And Janigan is making an ice dive to get his much needed loot so he could head to Tofer. I cannot imagine the hollow feeling that you have being an hour plus into a seed and last locationing one of your necessary items.
Yeah, it always feels bad when it's the one location you didn't check because you don't like going there. I feel it.
And we got Jay Scheidel making his Cardia Islands check, and he's quickly out of there, and it looks like he's headed over to the Sky Temple.
Oh, Jay Scheidel doesn't have his loot either, does he?
No, he does not, so he is on a loot hunt. Only Kumo and Ale currently have it, and Shanigan is making his way down there to get it.
Hagen just got through Tia 2. I didn't see what happened, but only the black belt was standing at the end of that.
And given the fact that he is still down there, tells me that Tia took more damage than hit points.
Game at Nuke? Ooh, yep.
Well, that nuke is going to quickly go through that Twilight fan party there.
It's good experience with the Wizard Vampire in the group.
And at 1 hour and 13 minutes, we will have our first Chaos fight.
I predict round 3. What about you?
We haven't seen any nuclear or any the other attacks, so I'm gonna say round 2 because he's got his Chuck Norris guy there.
Round 2 went through, and Chaos is killing people with Blizzard. Round 3, 1500 damage and no go. Round 4, 2100 damage and a dead Chaos. GG's to Ale.
And it looks like we've got Kumo in a fight with Kraken. I'm not sure, is that Kraken 2?
Yes, because he's already killed Kraken 1. Let's see. Ale finished 5th. Blue Bear finished first at 103.22. Oh, looks like we have an Ale in the booth. GG's.
GG's Ale. Excellent run.
Hey, thank you, you guys. Or good game, everybody.
So how'd you feel about that?
It was fine until it wasn't. So I've been having controller issues this evening. So I've got like buttons sticking on me even after I replaced the pad last week. I'm gonna have to go to a different controller, I think.
Ooh.
But messed up my eye grind. Decided I'm gonna fight him, and I'm gonna sit here until all my soul charges are gone. And I got one fight in. I was like, you know what? It sounds really good walking in this hole over here. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that wasn't what I was supposed to do, but okay. And then try to get some XP on the Agamas on the first Volcano trip, and it was just even with 4 people up, it was only at 1,000. So I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work. We're gonna come back later. And after that, things went okay until C. I have some words for C Shrine today.
I missed. What was terrible in C? I didn't see it.
So the issues I had with C was normally you can find things there. I don't think there were any shards, maybe one. And then Kraken decided to dodge 7 bracks and then just punch me to death. And I was like, okay, well, this is
Oh,
fun. Let's just
right.
re-dive and go the other way, because there's be something on mermaids. I think that's where the one shard was on mermaids, and then we had to go back and get the cube from the other side again. So
Yeah, the only shard that I saw was in Bubbles' room there.
Yeah,
wasn't
sounds
Floater
right,
also in there?
It was. So it helped because that let me quickly get back over to Sky and try and get shards from there.
Kumo.
Yeah, it was just it's usually you
forfeited,
see a lot of things
unfortunately.
happening. So.
And, yep, Kumo has dealt with chaos, and we now have Jay Scheidel in Sky, and I believe Chanigan is making his way down in Toefers.
I think Kumo might have wiped on Tia too, which feels terrible. I understand it. Luckily, this is just the qualifier race, and there's plenty more to do. So, you know, it happens.
See, the qualifiers is where you try out all your fun parties and try out all the big brain things and see what works and what doesn't. So.
Yeah, like you taking that black belt up to 42 and just pretty much one-shotting everything afterwards until chaos.
That was me getting out my frustration.
Yes, we were actually trying to determine where's that break point to where you sit there and say, all right, even though you got legendary swords, you don't need it. Your fists are there.
Oh, Kumo got Bane through a ribbon. Oof. That, what, I think 3 out of 256?
Supposedly. It feels higher. It feels like it happens more often with this particular flag set. I don't know why. But yeah, I think for me, looking at breakpoints of like fist first legendary weapons, the nice thing is Black Belt gets that double hit. So even with the big katana, you're hitting 5 hits at level 26, where you're already hitting more than that with just punching. And you're going to start ramping up your damage more quickly.
Yeah.
So really, like in the mid-20s is where it's more beneficial to pop back over to just punching things.
Yeah, I thought
outside
26
of that,
was like a breakpoint of some sort, I think. I might just be making that up, though.
It's 26 for the katana plus 5. So
Okay.
that's where with the black belt you get your 5th hit in, but you get your 6th hit at level 21. So by the time you hit level 26, you're already hitting more things with your fists.
Jay Scheidel got his haiku, so he can go to Topher now.
I imagine he's going to be making a beeline over there now.
Did you enjoy all the inner sea walking around at the beginning there, Ale?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I was surprised not to get the bridge early, just because it feels like you almost always get it early, and then having to do that long walk. I kept going because I was hoping for early, like, up roll at Excalibur, just because that would have made everything so much easier with the black belt. But of course, it came from Lefane at the end and was neutral, so.
I mean, it's still good on a fighter at least, but not
Oh,
for your black
absolutely.
belt.
Like, Xcal is just, it's really strong in these flags just because you get that plus 35 damage to, like, anything that, it's strong against, which is literally everything in the game but Chaos.
Is it 35 or 60? I thought it was higher.
I think the bonus on it on the flags was 35, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
It may be higher, it may be adding on to something else, but all I know is every time I get a fighter or some character with the Xcal, things get very, very hurt. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Gear and items.
So Chanigan and Jay
Yeah,
Shadow
it is
are both
35. You're right.
Toefer. And Chanigan is going to be facing his speed bump.
I don't know. I give Lich credit in these flag sets because I'm always scared of him just wiping my party early and tilting me for the rest of Toefers.
Near simultaneous speed bump runs there. And they're both down onto the fire floor.
Chanigan, that mad lad. Keeping up pretty well with just that solo thief.
Solo Thief's a good bit of fun, especially if you get tail and a weapon early.
Yeah, I mean, like Katana plus 5, and then had tail before getting Canal, so. I think he got all 4 of his spell charges as well. I think Chanigan actually first turn bracked Kraken 1. I think it was Chanigan who did that. It was impressive, especially after watching your attempt at it.
Yeah, it was something.
Nuclear off Kraken 2.
Yeah. Of course, Kraken 2 didn't last long enough with Ale here to get that nuclear off.
Ribbon stopping Rubbin's stop at least. And Bane. This Kraken does not play around.
Really testing your ability to dodge that 3 and T56.
And that 350 hit damage from the Katana 5, ending Kraken 2's life.
And he's on the Tia 2.
An opening nuke for 350. Oof. Those are some big melee hits coming out to you too as well.
And Tia's definitely punching like a heavyweight today.
Took some lessons from Kraken. And fast. Oh gosh. Gear 4. Well, at least that lets Chanigan know that Chaos doesn't have Gear 4.
Oh,
Oof.
Nuke finishes it off. Ooh.
Looks like he's going for his second dive though. Still has high spirits. Potentially. He might just be continuing out of rage and whatnot.
Oh, he's
It's
up
just
for
pride at this point.
Were there any particular parts of the seed that stood out to you, Ale?
I mean, aside from C kind of being an outlier and not really having anything shard-wise, not I can recall off the top of my head. I did appreciate the arachnids with both brack and stone poison. That made me chuckle a few times.
Yeah. I never liked seeing Brack early. It's expensive to buy those softs and just wipes your party when you're having a good time.
Yeah, it's great in some instances. Like if you have the ability to grind early, you get your Exeter Warpcaster hit with brack, and then you can just grind and then soft them and get out quickly. But a lot of the time, you don't see that stuff in Volcano or even Ice, depending on what flag you're running. So
Yeah, I mean, you guys pretty much went everywhere in this seed. The only thing that really didn't matter was Ordeals and Waterfall, I think. Did you do Ordeals? I think Chanigan did.
I skipped both Ordeals and Waterfall.
I think Chanigan went there hoping that it held something that would trip you up. Jay Scheidel got through Tia 2. Everyone was still alive too, wow. Chugging those heal potions.
One thing that's always amazed me with a lot of these expert runners is how quickly they can go through and move the cursor and not misclick when they're using these potions.
Oh no, the misclicks do happen. You just try to ignore when you do them.
A lot of it, you get into a rhythm with it too.
Wow, Chanigan just, I think, one-shot carry 2 with that katana.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of rage behind that katana now.
Jay Scheidel is on Chaos's floor. Chanigan is almost to Kraken 2 again. I wonder if Chanigan's going to double ruse and then power bonk against Tiana and just try and kill him before that second nuke comes around.
Well, we got Jay Shadow moving his white mage up to the second slot.
Yeah, it really is Socket. Ooh, Blizzard out of Chaos.
Dodge starts up there.
Nuclear. That white mage is, or white wizard is hurting. Slow 2 on the white wizard at least. That knight's not doing much damage. Neither is the ninja. It's looking a little rough here.
Lightning 3 takes the ninja out.
Chanigan downs Tia 2. Oh, no temper charges. Do we see temper?
I didn't see it. Oh, crack comes out.
It was at level 6.
Yeah, 6.
And GG's Jay Scheidel.
GG.
Welcome on in. How'd you feel about that seed?
So, did you know you need loot to get into Tofer?
I heard if you have a level 50 black belt, you can just break your way in instead.
Yeah. I was like, I felt good, big brain. I didn't have to go to Ice Cave. I was around like, ooh, I found ship. You know, like, yeah. Hey,
GG's Chanigan taking down Chaos. Welcome on in, Chanigan.
Hello.
You mad lad.
I, I would do it.
Running that solo thief.
That was fun. Other than the me skipping ice, but we don't talk about that.
yeah.
Or the Tia 2 nuke that did 352 damage and I had 351 HP.
Oof.
Yep. Yeah, that first dive, that's what killed me. By 1
Oof.
HP.
It felt bad watching that happen.
It's fine. It's fine. That was fun.
GG's to all of you. Any particular things you want to talk about with the scene?
The inner sea walk, it's just perfect. That was just perfect.
That was.
I rolled a
was rough.
decent seed for all y'all.
Now, gentlemen,
Oh.
with this flag set, do you have a hard time balancing the amount of time that you had to put into being a loot goblin?
Nah, just get enough shards, get your key items, and just run.
Alright, well, if we don't have anything else, let's go ahead and get into our last thoughts. Start with our first place on screen, Ale.
I don't know. Winter tournament continues to be like a mixed bag. It's going great until it doesn't, and then it just instantly goes I don't know, dumpster fire strats. But I think there's a lot of opportunity for people to play different party comps, exciting party comps, and have some success with it. So I'm interested and curious to see what people end up with going into the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, these blessings can make some pretty wild parties. Jay Shido.
Always make sure you have loot. Always make sure you have loot. Skip all the chests. Make sure you have loot.
Chanigan.
Never ice, but yeah, no, that was fun. It was a fun seed. I liked it. It was a great challenge with Solo Thief.
You did amazing with it. I give you all the props for that because I hate doing that.
Hey, at least I ended up at level 50, so it's not a black belt, but hey, it's better than nothing.
And special shout out to Kumo. That ribbon just not holding up like it should. Cat Dad, any final thoughts from you?
Well, I want to make sure we definitely throw a shout out to Maddie, Socket, and Ravioli for all the behind the scenes tracking and restreaming. Without them, this wouldn't have been possible.
Very true. And I want to thank RPG Limit Break for allowing us to stream our qualifier match on their channel. Thank all the viewers for coming out and watching these crazy shenanigans of flags, and all of our runners who are putting themselves through it.
Yeah, I'd like to also make sure I thank all of the racers. You guys are not just racing for pride, but you're actually teaching us newer players how to approach the game properly. So for that, I thank all of you.
Just don't do what I did. It's not safe.
Do not run Solo Thief and Fade Ice Cave. Gotcha.
Yeah. No, just Fade Ice Cave. Anytime. Just don't do Solo Thief. No, it's fun.
I'm waiting for one of you guys to really try to roll a solo Black Mage.
It's happened. I've seen
Yeah,
it happen.
I think we did a solo White Mage run a few, like, last year or 2 years ago, I think. Something like that.
Yeah. Well,
We like having fun.
yeah. Doing crazy comps every now and then. It's great.
That's the most important thing. There's to have fun.
Well, if no one has anything else, want to say GG's to everyone and have a wonderful night.